The New York Knicks are in massive trouble. After starting the season well, their 2026 has not been great. There are currently 2 wins and 8 losses over the last 10 games. They have a bottom 5 defense ever since the new year started, and they have lost big games, including losses to the Mavs, to the Warriors, to the Suns. And there are question marks over whether Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns can take this team to the promised land. As well as that, there are questions over the new head coach in Mike Brown, with a lot of New York fans not happy with him. But let's discuss what happened and what went wrong last night against the Dallas Mavericks and the themes that we're seeing throughout their last few games. So before we start, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. But let's get into the video. So the first play is just a fast break opportunity. We saw this a number of times. Max Christie in the corner and it's a free. Another time, the Knicks do well to get back, but there's just a lack of communication on who's guarding who, and you let Martin get an easy dunk. Dwight Powell has the ball here. He's going to pass the ball to Cooper Flagg and set a screen for him, allowing him to get to the paint. Now, Jalen Brunson comes over, so does Karl-Anthony Towns, leaving Martin open on the wing. Now, Mikal Bridges has to stay in the corner to guard Najee Marshall. Jalen Brunson must come across quicker and not allow Martin to split them two that easily. He finds a relocating Christie, who was shooting lights out for the whole night, but he started off so well because of opportunities like that. Here's just another example of the Mavs targeting Jalen Brunson. Great footwork, great handling by Brandon Williams. So an off-ball screen is set here for Klay Thompson, and it's actually a double screen on Landry Shamet. But look at the position of OG Anunoby. For me, he's way too deep. He has to help out and he has to close out one of the best three-point shooters that the league has ever seen in Klay Thompson. So an off-ball screen is set for Cooper Flagg to get free, and as he gets to the top of the key, he's going to drive at OG Anunoby. Now you look at Nembhard, he's going to relocate to the right corner in order to create the lane open. But once again, this is just poor defense, poor transitioning, poor switching, poor communication from the Knicks. Here is Cooper Flagg initiating the offense. He receives a screen from Dwight Powell. Now, Karl-Anthony Towns, for me, has to not play drop coverage. I understand Cooper Flagg is probably not the best three-point shooter, but with your length, with your size, you at least have to get a hand out and make it a lot harder for him to shoot over you. Here's Cooper Flagg with the ball. As you can see, he drives towards the paint and he gets a shot up. It's great defense by Josh Hart, actually. But once again, Karl-Anthony Towns is not looking at where his man is. He's not boxing out, and he gives up an easy 2 points when he should be clearing out the paint and getting the rebound instead. Now, it's another transition opportunity for the Mavs. Klay Thompson is free. No one is guarding him. There's a lack of communication when coming back, and you can't leave Klay Thompson open. Mitchell Robinson must be doing better. I understand he wants to get to the paint, but there has to be communication between him and the other players on who to guard who, and you can't leave Klay Thompson open. Now, the Mavs have 5 players in their own half, with the Knicks having 3 in the opposition half. Now, there's no way that they should be able to get an easy transition bucket, right? But just look at Jalen Brunson. He lets Najee Marshall walk past him, rainbow over him so easily. Now, you're going to see an off-ball screen set for Nembhard to get free by Martin. And as that screen is set, Nembhard is going to get the ball at the top of the key, and he's going to drive right with the open lane. Now, Moussa Cisse does well to get the attention of Mitchell Robinson, allowing the lane to be open. Nembhard has Josh Hart on his hip, which means that he cannot come over and get a block or steal. Here's just another example of Jalen Brunson being so easy to attack and score on. Caleb Martin once again here driving at Jalen Brunson, showing that he is the weak point. As he drives, you see that both Karl-Anthony Towns and Landry Shamet come over to help. There has to be communication on who's coming over, because when both come, it means you leave a player open, and that is Max Christie, the hot hand in the corner. He throws a great pump fake, making Landry Shamet go fly, and he drains the free. For me, this is just poor defense from Karl-Anthony Towns. Jalen Brunson tries to get the steal, but now you are in a position to blitz him, to trap him, but he's just not close enough. He does not close the passing lane. He throws his arms about. Now you see the cutting Mavs player underneath the basket. Mikal Bridges has to go follow him. That leaves Max Christie open, and Karl-Anthony Towns once again ball watching. He does not close his man down, and it is an open free. So the ball is with Brandon Williams here. He plays it to Klay Thompson at the top of the key. You're going to see a pick and roll action here with Moussa Cisse and Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson receives a screen. Moussa Cisse rolls. Now he has Jalen Brunson on him, the smaller defender. He finishes it easily above him, and the Mavs get an easy 2. It's another pass and screen action once again for Klay Thompson at the top of the key. Klay Thompson, he does what he does best. He shoots the three, but the gap between him and Karl-Anthony Towns, who's trying to play drop coverage, is not enough. He must be more aggressive and try to close Klay Thompson. I'm going to say very concerning 2026 start for the New York Knicks. Obviously, they started very, very well, but then in 2026, I believe they're 2 wins and 8 losses. They've lost a great stretch of games, and it does not help when your 2 best players in Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns cannot play defense. So something has to be addressed, whether it's with the coach, whether it's with the players, whether it's maybe even trading for Giannis. But there are problems in this Knicks team, and you know, last year they made it to the Eastern Conference Final with Tibbs, obviously. Now they have Mike Brown. Question marks over Mike Brown and his, you know, the plays that he sets and the type of style of basketball that he brings to New York. So there are big question marks to be answered. Make sure to comment down your thoughts below. But I've been your boy, Najib is a son, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.